Floss Tube. It's Minnie at AllXXs. I know it's been a while, and I say this every time, but I'm trying. And I've got a lot to show you, a lot for you to see today. Thank you to everybody who's coming back to check out my videos, and welcome if you're new to my videos. I appreciate if you would press the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. That way you'll know whenever I come back to do another video. Okay, like I said, I've got a lot to show you, so we're going to just get started here. First thing I'm going to show you is my September Whip Go calls. I did reach all my goals for September. Now, I did make a change in one of my projects for Whip Go. Let's see. First one I worked on, the numbers were 1 and 15. And like I said, I have 2 boards because I have so many whips. So I put them on 2 boards. So I have 4 whips a month to work on. And the first one is, it's called Blackwork Peacocks. And it's a Joan Elliott chart. Okay. I inherited this chart from a friend who was going on hiatus from cross stitch and floss tube, and so she wanted to make sure somebody got a chance to finish this, and so I'm working on it. Now, this is, as always, if I have a picture of where it was beforehand, I'll put it somewhere here in the video. But this is where it's at right now. Sorry about the wrinkles. This is being stitched on a 32 count Joan by the name of Razzleberry, and it's from Fabrics by LJ. And I don't think this person is dyeing fabrics anymore. So it's this won't be available as far as the fabric goes, but it is a beautiful fabric. I hope my light up there isn't blowing everything out, but there it is. And then I've got all this down here to work with. So she's very generous, you know, with the chart. She gave me the chart, the floss, the beads, and all the fabric. So thank you, Connie. But that's where it's at, and it's a real nice, easy stitch. And that's Blackwork Peacocks. And like I said, it's a Joan Elliott chart. Okay. The next one is, well, the next one should have been, I was going to work on this chart, and it's called the Iron Gate. It's a CW Designs leaflet number 19. I got this at the Needle Workshop in Monterey, New Orleans, near New Orleans. I was going to do this, but I changed my mind. I wanted a new start. So instead of that, This is a new start. And yes, I say new start because, well, it's a start. This is, I stitched this piece in English a few years ago. And I decided I was going to stitch it for my daughter-in-law. And she wanted it in Spanish. So it's this version. It's, the name of the chart was His Name is Jesus in English. In Spanish, it's Su nombre es Jesus or Jesus. However you pronounce it. Okay. I have to ask her that. Is it pronounced Jesus or Jesus? Okay. And this I started last month, couple of weeks ago, and I think it's about 2 weeks ago. And this is the where it's at now. So I don't have a before picture, but this is where it's at. And she likes blue, so I'm using my fabrics that I have. This is Fortnite Fabrics. It's called Car Wash, and I think it works very good with the 3 blue shades of blue that I'm using to do the stitching. So that was my second whip go call, or what I changed my second whip go call to. And the reason it's still on the cue snap is I'm going to work on it some more this month. I want to get it finished. Okay, on my second board, my second board, one of my calls was Merry Beard Season by Lindystitches. I'll show you a picture somewhere. Or where it was at before I worked on it. And this is where it's at. It's finished. Well, the stitching is finished. The stitching is finished. I just have to FFO it. And let's see. This is on Under the Sea Fabric. This is a 28 count Under the Sea Fabrics Evergreen. And I love that Santa. The chart had it was charted where you could put Merry Beard Season down here in Santa's beard, or you could fill it in, and that's what I did. I just filled it in. I put a couple little more little swirlies at the bottom of his beard, and I just filled it in with white floss. Now, I don't know if it's picking it up on the camera or not, but the fur on his hat and the ball of his hat are stitched with it's DMC Etoile. So it's a little bit of sparkles in it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's there. So that's a stitch finish. Okay. And my final whip go call for September was Hawaiian Mermaid. This chart is by Autumn Lane. And It is being stitched on 32 count Lugana Calliope from Under the Sea Fabrics. I'll put in a picture. As to where she was at before. And this is where she's at now. Get that fold, there we go. Get that fold out of there. I think this is beautiful. Beautiful fabric, and the colors in the Mermaid, I think the fabric matches it very good. That's Hawaiian Mermaid by Autumn Lane. Now, hope I'm not going too fast, but my videos aren't usually run so long, and anyway, and you've okay. I've got to the finished part of my video, and that was my Mary Beard season. Now I did show a new start, which was the his name is Jesus, but I have a couple more that for some reason they just called to me, and I had to start them. This one is called The Old Rugged Cross, and it's by Kait's Crafting Corner, and it's just words. But I love the saying. I love the verse. It says, I still believe in amazing grace, that there is power in the blood, that he walks with me and he talks with me, that because he lives, I can face tomorrow, all because of the old rugged cross. I love that. And this was a new start. I didn't write down the date that I actually started. I started in September, but I didn't write down the actual date. So I don't have an actual date for you. And because it's a new start, I don't have a before picture. So what I have is where it's at now. And this is where it's at. There's different colors for some of the key points or keywords in the poem. And this is being stitched on a this is stitched on 32 count vintage wood by Zweigert, Lugana. And oh, I started on the 8th of September. I did write down the date. Yeah. So this is a old vintage wood Lugana from Zweigert. It's one of the stamped fabrics because the back is completely blank. But this is where it's at now. I love it. It's a very easy stitch, and I will be working on that more. I had a trip. I took a trip last month. It was because I wanted to visit my great-grandchildren. I went to Sweetwater, Texas, which is where they live. Well, most of them live in Sweetwater. Some of them live in Vernon. But I went and with my son and daughter-in-law, and I had the best time of my life. I've posted some of the pictures of me and my grandchildren on Instagram, and I think it showed up on Facebook too. But anyway, I did post some of them, but I will put a little montage at the end of this video, just so if you missed them, you get to see them. But like I said, between my visit, I had to go visit my son. It was for, and it was for his birthday month. It was for his birthday, and they had been wanting us to come out and visit them and see all these grandbabies, my great grandbabies, and to take one of my grandsons, great grandsons, wanted to go fishing with his grandfather, so his great grandpa. So they all went. My husband, my son, Matthias, and his uncle Devontae. They all went. They went fishing. They didn't catch. I think somebody caught maybe a small one, but I think they had more fun just being out there on the water than actual catching fish. So anyway, let's move on. I have another start that I just had to start. This is the Bee Queen from Tiny Modernist. It's being stitched on a 32 count Lugana from Fortnite Fabrics called Shirley. And this is a new start, so there's no beginning or before picture, but this is where she's at right now. I love it. I love it. I'll show you the cover again as to what it's supposed to look like. It's so bright and colorful. And because September was sampler September, I'm not a traditional, sorry about that, I'm not a traditional sampler person, stitcher, but these are considered samplers. At least I'm considering them samplers. The two that I showed you previously and this one, I'm considering those samplers. So those were my, and of course this one too, the next one. These are considered my samplers for September sampler month. And this is another new start. This one is from Shaded Stitchery. And it's the Hip Hop Origins for the 50-year anniversary of hip hop. I don't understand hip hop. It wasn't my thing. But I like this chart. I like the designer. So I was going to support her, and I'm stitching it. And it's a new start, and I don't have a bit before picture, but this is where it's at. This is being stitched on a 30, is it 32 count? I think this is 28 count. 28 count uneven even weave from, what is it, MCG Textiles. This was an old piece, and now it's off-white. That was mainly what the color I wanted to do was on the off-white. And this is what I started on. I wish I hadn't, but because my round circles aren't completely round, that's the, should be a glitter disco ball, and this is a turntable, but they're not completely round because of the unevenness of the fabric, but it is what it is. But I like that. I love this. I love the idea of it. Somebody doing a tribute to hip hop, which back in the day when it started, I didn't think it would last either. But 50 years, it's here to stay. Okay, so those are all my September Whip Go calls my finish, my new starts for September. And let's see, I'm looking in my notes. Alright, what I'll do is that I'm going to skip ahead over and do my whip go calls for October. I haven't started stitching on any of them yet. Today is just the 2nd. But this is the plan for this month, for October. To stitch on these 4 and start whatever, calls to me. The first one is, the numbers for October is 14 and 19. On my first board, number 19 is Crystal. This is Crystal. And Crystal is from crossstitchingart.com. Crystal is, I started it September 20th, 2020. So she's the old girl. Well, 3 years old. And I'll put in a picture of where she was. Well, this you'll see now where she's at, because I haven't worked on it yet for October. But this is what she looks like. Now, when I do my next video, probably at the end of October or 1st of November, you'll see this picture again. This is what she looks like before I stitch on her. I love that, and I love that dress. The fabric, did I write it down? It's a 32 count Lugana from Under the Sea Fabrics called Hera, H-E-R-A. Number 14, and on my first board is A Hunting We Will Go. This design is by Kelyn, and it's being stitched on it just has green, it's a green Lugana, 32 count from 123 Stitch. And this is where I'm at. I had an idea yesterday. There's a lot, as you can see, from the chart. As you can see, there's a lot of skirt on this witch. I have the top part. Stitched. It's all solid black stitching. But I was thinking if I wanted to break that up some on the skirt, instead of just solid black stitching, I was thinking about doing maybe square stitches or Algerian not eyelets, what's the other one? I can't think of it, one of the other stitches, but just to break it up some, so it'd be some green would be showing, and I don't have to fill in that big skirt with all just plain heavy black stitching. But this is where she's at, and I'll stitch. I have to stitch the cat in and finish the words. But like I said, this is where she's at. This is for my Halloween month. So glad something came out for Halloween. My second board, number 14 is, no, number 19 is To Market, which is another Joan Elliott chart. And I started this one, I don't remember when I started this one. It's been a while though. And it's being stitched on There we go. It's been stitched on an antique white Monaco, 28 count antique white Monaco. And I believe it's one of those pieces where you just get out of the box from Michael's. But this is where she's at. Hopefully I'll get some good stitching on this one. And that's to market. I have to put my card back in so I won't forget. My final piece, what we'll call for October, is number 14, and it's Winged Dreams from Barbara Anna. This was one of my starts on New Year's Eve 2021. No, 2022. And instead of doing, what was it, 12, or 12, I think they had 12 starts or something like that. I did, I just stitched every hour and posted a picture every hour. This one is done on 28 count flax cashel linen. And I bought this at Lindystitches, my LNS. And this is where it is right now. The face. Okay, there you go. So hopefully I can get some pretty good progress on all of these. My goals are to work on each piece for at least 1 hour a day for 5 days. I said 1 hour, at least 1 hour. Sometimes I get going and it's been 2 or 3 hours and I'm still stitching on that same piece. Those are all of my whip goal calls for the month of October. And like I said, that is what I'll be working on those. I told you about my trip to Sweetwater. Okay, and I got some Happy Mail from a friend from Victoria. Thank you, Victoria Owens. Thank you so much. I got 2 charts from her. Well, actually, I got 3. Where's the other one? Did I get 3? No, just the 2. Sorry. 2 charts. I got Betsy's Tart. I have to look and see. I think I have these already. If I do, what I'll do is I'll have a giveaway and I'll give these 2 charts away to somebody else. I already have them. So if like I said, I have to look through my stash, because I mean, at one point I was putting all my, new charts as I bought them or whatever and received them. I was putting them in my Xstitch app on my phone. Well, it got to the point where it was just too much, and I stopped. So I'm not sure if I have this one or not. I have to look through my box of stash. And this is the second one. It's Fractor, Mermaid Fractor. And like I said, if I have these, I'll do a giveaway and somebody else can enjoy these 2. But thank you, Victoria. I appreciate it. Appreciate you thinking of me. Thank you very much. You're always thinking of me, and I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see this. Okay. That was my Happy Mail. And I'll show you my stash enhancements. Okay. My memory is not as well as it used to be. Not as good as it used to be. Let me get it. Yeah, a sip of coffee. I know I shouldn't be drinking coffee. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But I wanted another cup. Okay, this was, once I saw, I think I did show you this one last month. This is 4 Elements. I saw this, excuse me, Pam from Just Keep Stitching showed this on her channel a couple of videos ago. I saw it and I had to go, and of course I had to go buy it. I love that. It reminds me of the yin yang design that I stitched. I think that was from Satsuma Street also. This is Satsuma Street. I love it. So I got that one. And something, let's see, what was I looking for in Jardin Prive? I don't know. For some reason I was on Jardin Prive. I saw this on I saw this on I saw this, I think, on Garon Stitchery video. I'm not sure. But I went to the website, and of course they had it instant download, and you can't ask for any quicker than that. This is Jardin Prive Happy Halloween Pumpkin Party. So I got that one. And while I was there, I saw this one here. I don't know if this is a new one. Does it have a date on it? No. But this one says Halloween. I can't. I'm stitching. Instant download. So I got that one. I saw this one on Instagram. And I was like, I love this. She's on Instagram. Lola Crow CrossStitch.com. Like I say, Lola Crow on Instagram. Moonlight Pumpkin Carving. Oh, excuse me. There we go. I love that. I love that. A skeleton carving pumpkins. Okay. Now this one, I saw this one on Instagram. Oh, I can't think of his name. Oh, it'll probably come to me as soon as I'm done recording. But this is Needlelotdesigns.com. There is the name at the bottom, but this is Queen Bee. Isn't she beautiful? And I know exactly what fabric I can stitch this on. The other part of the raspberry from the Blackwork Peacocks. That would work out great on this. Oh. For this design. I love it. I love this so much. Oh, I'm dropping stuff now. Oh, sorry about that. Every time. Okay, there it is, Queen Bee. Isn't she beautiful? She's beautiful. Okay. That was an instant download also, so you know, I love the instant downloads. Okay, I think I showed you this one here. I bought this chart from McKenna at 1884. And I think I showed you this chart before, but this is the fabric I'm going to eventually start this on. This is, yeah, I told you about the Grace Note Swiss Mocha. I did show you this. I remember showing you this. Okay. And this is the fabric. Okay. Alright, I wasn't sure. Now, see, I can put all that stuff up. Well, I'm not finished yet. I got the last installment of fabric from my Fabric of the Month Club from Grace Notes. It has this cute little sticker. I've got a notes about the Grace Notes Stitching Retreat next year. You can register, as a matter of fact, you can register now. The registration begins October 1st, so as of yesterday it started. So you can go to Grace Notes Fabrics Facebook group and register for that retreat. The fabric is Mystique from Grace Notes, and it's 32 count Lugana. It's very pretty. It's very fall looking. So you could put, because it looks like it has leaves in it. I don't know if you can see that in the modeling. The modeling looks like leaves. Very, very pretty. Okay, so now I can put that fabric up. And last but not least, this is another designer that I saw on Instagram. This is www.countingpuddles, and this chart is called Watermelon Crawl. I think that is so cute. I love the designs in the watermelon and those cute little ants. So it's Counting Puddles. Love it. All right. So those were my my stash enhancements. My Happy Mail. I don't believe I'm done. I am actually done, except for my plans. Okay, plans. I have one surefire plan that I know I'm going to do this month, besides my whip gold. And my niece moved to Houston, Texas. So, I don't know if I showed you this one, but this is the design that I'm going. She doesn't watch my videos, so this is my design that I found on Etsy. This is London Cross Stitch Club, and I think I'm gonna, I've got some ideas, and I'm gonna change it a little. Her colors for her living room are yellow and gray, and these are the flosses I'm planning on using. The letters will be the dark gray, those. But instead of those arrows, I think I'm going to make feathers. And there'll be a mixture of these grays and yellows. And I'm using, and I won't show it to you because it's part of a chart, but it's a chart for some feathers that I've gotten from a Joan Elliott design, and I'm going to incorporate feathers instead of the arrows. So that is one new start that I'm going to have in October. I'm gonna do my whip go. Work on his name is Jesus, the Old Rugged Cross. Hopefully I'll have finishes for those two, and maybe even for that one. And I also have a trip that I'm leaving on Wednesday. I'm going to fly back to out west again. This will be to my sister in Arizona. So I'm going to see Brenda, and that is about it. I did upgrade. I upgraded my whip go boards. This is what they look like. I do have a whip go here. I have a whip go that way and a whip go that way on both boards, of course, here and here. Now I've got a couple open spaces on this side because these two numbers had been called before I created the second board, before I thought about doing it. And but it's getting close. Let's see. Yeah, I've got 4 to fill in. Yep, that's for November and December, and hopefully I can stick with it that long. It's getting harder and harder sometimes working on those 4 whips. I don't know how I'm going to do it next year, but I do plan on working on doing whip go again with 2 full boards. I don't know if I'll put the restraint of 1 hour for 5 days, what I have now, or if I'll change it up and just work like 2 or 3 days on each one. But I do plan on doing similar to what I've done this year. That way I can get some progress done on each one of my whips, and hopefully eventually have some finishes. Well, that is about it. I want to thank you all for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I appreciate all of the comments, the prayers, everything, and I'm feeling great. So I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you already haven't. I'll put information on the designers and anything else I can think of to put in the description box below. If you have any questions on any of the charts or designs or fabrics or whatever that you saw in the video, leave me a comment in the comments, and I will answer them as best I can. I have a Buy Me a Coffee link in my description box. My email is in my description box. My Facebook and Instagram are in the description box, so y'all can be contacted if you need to. Something I saw on Janet Jabber's channel that hopefully she won't mind, but I'm going to steal her idea. If you have a design that you're working on and you don't have a video or anywhere to share it, but you want to share it with me, send me an email with a picture of it, and I'll post it on the video. So I'm rambling now, but I appreciate you all, and until I see you again, be safe, be healthy.